What if people deflated like balloons when embarrassed? It started with a squeak. Just a quiet little p-50 in the middle of chemistry class. Everyone turned their heads. At first, they thought someone had let out a fart, but when they looked toward Jason, he was visibly shrinking in his chair, literally. His face turned bright red, and then, just like a party balloon losing air, he let out another p-50 and deflated to half his normal size. His arms hung loose, his cheeks sagged, and his hoodie bunched around him like it belonged to an older sibling. For a moment, there was stunned silence. Then the entire room erupted with laughter. Jason covered his face, slumped under the desk, and made a soft squeaky noise of distress as he rolled slightly to the side like a forgotten inflatable. The teacher blinked in disbelief and simply wrote, "See me after class," on the board. That was the day the world changed. From then on, nobody could hide embarrassment. The smallest blush was no longer just emotional, it was physical. Say something awkward on a date? You'd crumple into a deflated heap with a squeal and a whisper of air. Walk into the wrong restroom? Hisses. Mispronounce a word on live TV? Floop. Try to flirt and say something deeply cringe? You'd deflate faster than a novelty pool toy in cactus season. Science called it autonomic embarrassment-induced volumetric collapse. Everyone else called it ballooning. And society had to adapt. Schools issued extra comfy floor cushions for sudden collapses. Offices installed small foot pumps under desks so employees could slowly reinflate during meetings. Some fancy bars even had professional reinflation consultants who'd gently blow air back into guests with golden hand pumps and words of encouragement, but with adaptation came consequences. Popularity shifted overnight. People who never got embarrassed, the cold, the awkwardly confident, the blissfully unaware, rose to fame. Influencers stopped using makeup and started advertising emotional resilience supplements, which turned out to be just mints. Therapy went mainstream. Every city opened inflate space centers where you could anonymously reinflate while listening to ocean sounds and motivational speeches. Dating, in particular, became a minefield. First dates often turned into synchronized collapses. A single awkward silence could result in two slowly curling bodies on the floor, struggling to maintain dignity while sounding like squeaky rubber toys. To help, restaurants started offering blush-free booths with privacy curtains, quiet fans, and emotional pep talk menus. Of course, some used their ballooning powers for performance. Entertainers would deflate as a joke or mid-monologue as part of punchlines. Politicians learned to say only pre-approved lines to avoid spontaneous collapses. That didn't always work. A senator once deflated during a heated debate when caught Googling how to pronounce Kyoto mid-speech. The footage went viral instantly. Some people embraced it entirely. They would wear flowing robes and roll around the office when embarrassed, proudly owning their awkwardness. Others fought it. There were rumors of people injecting themselves with foam or latex fillers to resist the collapse. But that always backfired. One man in Ohio tried it and popped like a beach ball during karaoke night. Then there were the philosophers. Is embarrassment the final truth? They asked. Is vulnerability the new strength? One eccentric thinker began holding public collapses in parks, meditating while fully deflated, believing it brought him closer to emotional enlightenment. His followers, known as the inflatists, believed true humanity came not from resisting deflation but embracing it. They wore loose robes and carried portable fans. Eventually, society mellowed. We learned to laugh with, not at. Children were taught to support each other when ballooning happened. Signs appeared in public spaces. Squeak happens. Be kind. In time, deflation became a sign of authenticity, a human badge of honor, proof that someone cared enough to feel. So now, when someone deflates after tripping on stage or saying, "I love you" too soon, people don't laugh cruelly. They smile, help them up, and say, "We've all been there." And slowly, with a few puffs of breath and a lot of compassion, the world reinflates together.